Boker Tom Hopperine. Backed it up a little bit today, give you a little more room. I changed my room around so everything sits differently now. It doesn't really. Two of those shelves over there, the one in the middle, the one on the left, I made myself out of cigar boxes. I like little tiny shelves, but they're expensive to buy. Alright. Those shelves were $1 a shelf. The 3-tier one cost me $3. Both of them cost me $3 a piece. So, either way, thank you for joining me today. We are up to Michele 5. Let me pray right quick to start this off. It's Friday, it's a preparation day. I have to go to work for a handful of hours this morning and then finish prepping for Shabbat, one of my favorite days of the week. Okay, thank you very much, Father, for this wonderful day. Thank you for all that you've done for me yesterday through the day and everyone else. You brought us through to another day. Help us to be salt and light throughout this day. Please bless the reading of this word and help me to get anything out of it, and anyone who reads it to get something out of it. In the name of your precious Son, Yeshua HaMashiach. Amen. All right. Michele 5. My son, listen to my wisdom, incline your ear to my understanding, so as to watch over discretion, and your lips guard knowledge. For the lips of a strange woman drip honey, and her mouth is smoother than oil, but in the end she's bitter as wormwood. Sharp as a two-edged sword, her feet go down to death, and her steps lay hold of Sheol. She does not consider the path of life. Her ways are unstable. You do not know it. So listen to me, you children, and do not turn away from the words of my mouth. Keep your way far from her, and do not come near the door of her house, lest you give your splendor to others, and your years to one who is cruel. Lest strangers be filled with your strength, and your labors go to the house of a foreigner. Then you shall howl in your latter end, when your flesh and your body are consumed, and shall say, how I've hated discipline, and my heart has despised reproof, and I've not heeded the voice of my teachers, and I've not inclined my ear to those who instructed me. In a little while I was in all evil, in the midst of an assembly and a congregation. Drink water from your own cistern, and running water from your own well. Should your springs be scattered abroad, rivers of water in the streets? Let them be only your own, and not for strangers with you. Let your fountain be blessed, and rejoice with the wife of your youth, a loving deer and a pleasant doe. Let her nipples satisfy you at all times, and be captivated by her love always. For why should you, my son, be captivated by a strange woman, and embrace the bosom of a foreigner? For the ways of man are before the eyes of Yahuwah, and he considers all his paths. The wrong one is entrapped in his own crookedness, and he is caught in the cords of his sin. He dies for lack of discipline, and in the greatness of his folly he goes astray. Hallelujah. I feel so much that way. When I was younger, I hated discipline, and my heart despised reproof. And I'm older now, and I am certainly paying for that. I live a harder life than I probably should, had I stuck with his ways when I was a young woman. How many times now here at 15 and 16, talking about drinking your own water from your own well, and not spreading your waters, your springs being scattered abroad and in the streets. And why should you embrace the bosom of a foreigner? How many men are divorcing their families. I'm not talking about just divorcing their wives, but divorcing their whole families. And their children are left without an inheritance of their, when I say inheritance, I don't mean money, and houses and cars and stuff, but I mean an inheritance. We're left without a family. I'm a child of divorce as well. And my family's scattered everywhere. We have no strong ties. We are everywhere from California to New Jersey, seriously. We hardly know each other. My dad had 3 different families with 3 different women, and I don't know how many other women he had relations with after that. My mom was his first wife in his youth. So his fountains are scattered, in the streets and what have you. He has no quiver full of arrows. I mean, his quiver is empty, but he has loads of arrows, and it's sad. It's really sad. His arrows are scattered out in other people's quivers and what have you. So there's that, and that it's been hard on him. I'm the only, out of 5 children, I'm the only one he has a relationship with, his oldest. And it's very hard on him. He's very sad about it. There's nothing he can do at this point to improve the relationship with at least 2 of us. And the other 2 girls, he certainly could improve the relationship on, but he doesn't, it doesn't happen. I'm not pointing a finger at anyone. I'm just saying it doesn't happen. We make an attempt to keep in contact with each other, and that's the way that goes. And so, Yahuwah repaired my relationship with my dad a few years ago, and I really appreciate that, because in my life, living for 45 years without a dad was just hard and painful, and something I don't wish on anyone, but I know plenty of children who go through their lives just wanting their father, and there's nothing you can do about it. They're just not there. So, Yahuwah repairs that. Yahuwah Yireh. No, Yahuwah Rapha repairs. Yahuwah repairs. Yahuwah Rapha. Yahuwah Yireh. Yahuwah provides. Okay, so he does that too. All right, so let's bookend this with a prayer for the day. Thank you, Abba, so much for the opportunity to read this word and bring it to anyone who chooses to listen. Thank you for the word, Father. Thank you for helping me gain wisdom and get back on this track so that I can grasp my life back into control with you, Father. Thank you for this book that we can meditate on and keep us within your parameters. I love you so very much. Please bless this reading, bless this day, Father, this preparation day as we go about getting our things prepared to worship and praise you tomorrow, Father. In the name of your holy Son, Yeshua HaMashiach, who laid his life down to pay for our transgressions.